Hi everybody, Bill and Deb with I Ride Tiny House Adventures.
Hello.
Don't you really wish we really could work that fast?
Oh my gosh. We'd be done.
We get a whole lot done, a whole lot faster, that's for sure. But my first question is, are you happy with our new addition?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, and you've been using it now for a few days.
Yes.
I need to correct that. We've been using it now for a few days.
No, we haven't. Be truthful.
I've watched you use it for the last few days.
Now we're being honest.
And is it working out?
Yes.
All righty.
Yes.
Well, I guess that's what matters.
Well, to me. To me, that's what matters.
Well, it makes me very happy too.
I know, because you get, you get to sit and watch me. Right?
You're going to make them think that I never contribute at all to the cooking stuff. All right, we need to move on. Don't we?
Yes. That might be wise. Moving
anyway, what we're talking about, of course, are these, and I guess the best way to describe these are appliance pedestals.
Yes.
My friend Sam, when I sent him the picture, that's what he immediately started calling them. He said, I didn't realize you were going to build these fancy appliance pedestals. And I thought, hey, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We like that.
So why don't we show them?
Sounds perfect.
Show them to the good folks out there. Here we go. All right. So this is, let me stand up here. These are the appliance pedestals. Yeah. Anyway, of course you'll notice there's 2 plug-ins at each one. And what I'll also go into detail just a little bit here is the fact that we have each one of these plug-ins are on their own individual circuit. Each one is on their own individual circuit. And the reason why I did that is because there are times, of course, that we'll be plugged into 50 amp service, because we did wire this trailer for 50 amp service. And when we're plugged into 50 amp service, we don't have to worry about what we plug in, pretty much at all. And these items are, they use a lot of power when they're on, of course. Right now, Deb has, I would say right now, I whipped this up in the crock pot and it's going right now, but I didn't do that. What?
Whatever. You know what you contributed this week?
What's that?
I put in the grocery pickup order and you went and picked it up.
I did do that, didn't I?
Yes.
Yeah.
You went and picked it up and put most of the groceries away.
But anyway, back to what we were talking about here. Yeah, each one is on their own individual circuit. And when we're plugged into 50 amp service, we don't even have to think about it. We could run every item here and there would not be an issue whatsoever when we're plugged into 50 amp service. And I'm going to make a statement here right quick. And when I did the red trailer, when we wired the red trailer, we also wired it for 50 amp service. And I did a video on the the basic differences between 50 amp service and 30 amp service. And a lot of folks said that I was all wet, that wasn't correct. So what I'm going to do here instead, I'm going to post a link to a video that explains in depth the real difference between a 50 amp service and a 30 amp service. But in a nutshell, when you're actually on 50 amp service, now I'm talking about when you plug in to a RV pedestal at an RV park or a Corps of Engineer campground, most of the places that we go, places that are set up for RVs, a 50 amp service has 2 hot legs rated at 50 amps each. A 30 amp service has 1 hot leg rated at 30 amps. So there is a big difference between 50 amp service and 30, and it's not just 20 amps more. And there's more involved in that, but that's as far as I'm going to take that right now. Now, we use a regular house type panel, which is right here. And on this panel, you have your 2 main lugs coming in, your 2 hot lugs, and that's what I refer to them as. And when you're wiring everything up and running your circuits, and those of you that are electricians I hope will back me up on this, but what you want to try to do is figure what are your larger power draw items, and you want to balance out your panel. In other words, you don't want to put all of your heavy draw items just on one hot leg and then put all your light items on the other hot leg. You want to try to balance it out where they're evened out between the 2 hot legs coming into your panel, which is what we did right here. And in a later video, we'll go into more detail on how I'm wiring up the panel over here. But all these wires that you see coming up here and going over, they represent, these are 5 wires total. And what I use for wiring is what they call SOW cable, which is very similar to drop cord cable. And every one of them is 12 3-stranded. That's what I should say. It's 12 3-stranded. There are 3 wires in each of these cables, and they're each number 12. There's a black one, a white one, and a green one, and of course the green one being your ground. So, and why do I have them out here instead of embedding them into the wall? Well, this is just my personal preference mainly, but I just have a bad feeling about embedding wiring into the walls, especially if you even if you take them and run them along the outside edge of the metal studs. I still don't want to take a chance on there being some rubbing and things like that going on, and as you're going down the road, because here again, as I've mentioned many times, these things are rolling earthquakes going down the road. So when we build our shelf system that goes all across here, and there will be some more wiring headed that direction as well. We will be installing a false panel behind the shelves where I can pull off if I ever need to in order to get to these wires. And I had a person comment one time, you know, in a house they don't do that. In a house they run the wires, you know, through the walls, and you know, there's no need for them to ever get back in there to the wires. Well, folks, this is not a house. This is a cargo trailer conversion that will be towed down the road. Here again, rolling earthquake. So you never know what could possibly happen that would, you know, there might be a possibility that you would have to get in here and, you know, get to a certain wire. So that's why I do what I do, but that's just my opinion. So there you go on that. But anyway, several reasons why we made it as tall as we did. For one thing, we wanted the coffee pot to be able to fit underneath over here. And of course you can see where the
Crock pot.
Thank you, dear.
You're welcome. I know you don't know what that piece of equipment is.
Well, what is Dad? So anyway, you can see where the crock pot is setting underneath here. And of course this freed up a lot of counter space right here naturally. But another reason why we made it even taller than the coffee pot is, you know, beyond the height of this coffee pot, because we have a matching coffee pot that matches the rest of our appliances that we're hoping we can get before too long, as budget allows.
As budget allows.
As budget allows, you know. And but it matches all the rest of our appliances. So that's down the road when the budget allows us to be able to do that. I don't know what else to say about this right now. Do you have anything else to add?
Nope. We're just thrilled that this all got done. And the sink, of course, works beautifully. My appliances, I was able to run the crock pot and toast some bagels this morning for breakfast, and the refrigerator is running, and the coffee pot without any worries.
Yeah.
And so now we're starting our next project this week, going to Lowe's. Woohoo!
Wow, going to Lowe's today to buy materials, because now we are going to start building the shelf system that goes above over here, and the shelf system that goes above over here. And of course we'll be installing 12-volt LED lights that mount below the shelves, you know, pointing down to the countertops here, and eventually over here as well. These lights will be installed at a later time, because there's also going to be some more shelves built along here, which will also house some more of those lights. So I'm going to try to save wire by incorporating some of these together in one single run. So these lights will be installed a little bit later once I get this shelving system all built up over here. And these LED lights that we use, and so far we only have one hooked up, but I'm able to monitor what it draws. We have one set up in the bathroom, and it draws a whopping 0.27 amps. 0.27 amps, which is nothing.
Which
you know,
is nothing.
No.
So we could have every light in the house on and it wouldn't be drawing very much.
Every light in the house on would be drawing less than 5 amps once we get them all installed.
Right.
Which is going to be around 14.
If we end up using all 14.
Yeah, if we end up using all 14. We're rethinking some of this, but we will still be using a whole lot more lights than we did in the last trailer. That is for certain. Mm-hmm. All righty. Well, I don't know what else to add to this. I just know that we've been living with this setup now for 3 or 4 days?
Since Friday.
Since
we
Friday?
got done Thursday, actually.
That's true. We got done Thursday.
And then, of course, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we work.
Right.
And today's Monday. Yeah. And we're off to do errands, and it's town day.
Yeah, it's town day, errand day, materials day, laundry day, all that stuff.
Yeah, yuck.
I will add one more thing I just now noticed, because we might have some questions. But you can see the wiring going up above the units there and there. I still have yet to make a trim piece that covers the wires right there, but still I'm going to make this trim piece where I can easily remove it if we needed to have access to the wiring right back there. Okay, I think that's it.
I think
for now.
So.
And we'll be doing more filming and uploading our next stage in the project very soon. In addition to that, we had some visitors last week, and they showed up with a really cool 8.5 by 20 cargo trailer conversion, and they haul a Harley trike with them. And we shot some video of their trailer, so we'll be uploading that video before too awful long. It'll probably come before our next project video here. And you're gonna really love the way he did the track bed that goes up and down. He used a very unique approach.
It's not telling.
Well, that's all I'm gonna say. But you know, of course, they have the bed in the back, and they raise it up so they can get the Harley trike in. But the ingenious method that he used to make it easy to run this bed up and down is really cool.
Yes. Everybody's build is cool.
Everybody's build is cool.
We so enjoy seeing other people's builds.
Absolutely. And here again, like we always say, we always say this, that the beauty of doing cargo trailer conversions is you can build them to fit your specific needs. And that's exactly what they did with this trailer.
Right.
And it's exactly what we're doing with our trailer. They built theirs to fit their specific needs. We're building ours to fit our specific needs. So, folks, when you're going to build your trailer, take some ideas from all these different videos that we show you, and others out there as well on YouTube, but build this trailer to fit your specific needs, because that's all that matters. All that matters is what you need for the way you're going to use it. Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. What matters is what you need to do.
Quit thumping in my head.
Oh, was I thumping in your head?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Anyway, we're going to let you go for now. This is Bill and Deb with I Ride Tiny House Adventures. And as we always say, and we always will say this, we are not camping.
We're living.
Y'all take care. We'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye now.